Welcome back, Soul Tribe. For those of you new to my channel, welcome. Let's check on the vibes, Soul Tribe. Let's check on the vibes. What does Spirit have for you today? Let's cleanse the energy. Okay, Spirit. What does the collective need to know about the person on their mind? Now remember, please, this is a collective reading. If it doesn't resonate, don't force it to fit. If you'd like a one-on-one, my information is in my bio. Write me an email, reach out to me to have a conversation. But remember, general. So please don't force it to fit. Let it flow or let it go. Okay, Soul Tribe? All right, Spirit. Spill it. What does the collective need to know about the person on their mind? Clean slate. The person on your mind and in your energy wants a clean slate with you. They want to start over fresh. Because they put you, unfortunately, in a third party situation. So to add insult to injury, they do want a fresh start with you, but it's because they put you, thank you, Spirit. We hit the ground running, collective. Yeah. Unfortunately, your person was pulling on your heartstrings, and you need to be careful with test results. All right? Some clarifiers. But I'm picking up on this doesn't necessarily have to be a pregnancy test, okay? Any kind of lab work. All right. The answers will clarify any kind of doubt. Again, this could just be a routine lab work, okay? But check test results. Now, getting back to business, because that threw me off immediately. Your person wants to start over. They want to do over, okay? They know they messed up. They put you in a third party situation, and this is very clear because it came out flying. And they're aware that they were pulling on your heartstrings and they lost control of the situation. They didn't know what to do. This person is in denial. They're avoidant. And they ran. Tell me more, Spirit. They ran. They see you living a luxurious lifestyle, okay? Living large, living, let's just face it, living a nice life. And they wanted the same. And they dwell on the thought of what could have been with you. Tell me more, Spirit, about the person on their mind. Tell me more about the person on their mind. They're in regret, though, because their plan was not, I think not to get caught, but they thought that the grass was greener on the other side, and they know it's not now. Envy. Envy takes many forms, all right, and many faces. And sometimes it shows up as fake support. So be aware of the people around you because they might be envious of you, collective, okay? So watch out. That's a warning. That's a warning for you. Thank you, Spirit. Tell me more. What does the collective need to know? Not want to know, needs to know about the person and their energy. Tell me more, Spirit. Okay, doing work. There's growth happening behind the scenes, and you're healing, collective, and you're owning your truth, and you're wearing it like a badge of honor, okay? Because you're doing the work, you're healing after this situation. I want to say situationship with with this person, and they're going through it. There's a lot of inner turmoil. All right, they know that they messed up, and they're spiraling now. To others, they're pretending that they're fine and they're putting this facade, but you know the truth, and they can't come to you because you can see right through them. There's some ex drama, of course. The past didn't stay in the past, and now there's chaos because there was somebody else that they don't want to be with, and their ex knows it. They want to break free, collective. They want to break free from the hell that they're living. And the karmic, okay, the third party, the karmic detected lies. The karmic knows that your person is not happy with them. All right. And a version of the truth was offered to them, but it was calculated, it was convenient, and it was told in half truths, just like they put it to you. All right. So they want to break free from the patterns and the cycles, but until they learn their karmic lesson, collective, they can't break free because they will continue to repeat the same cycle. Tell me more, Spirit, about the person on their mind. Yeah, there was deep betrayal. They backstabbed you. You know, the trust was offered and loyalty, and it was assumed, and then they stabbed you in the back. Deep betrayal and deep hurt. And now they're left with someone that they don't want to be with. They feel misunderstood. The karmic doesn't understand who they are, and now they're stuck like Chuck. They feel that they're misunderstood. They're constantly defending themselves to someone that really doesn't give a shit, and they don't want to hear it. And in reality, the only thing they want to do is get back together with you. But you might not give them the time of day after they drop that little tidbit of information and you found out. So you're in the party scene, having a good time, enjoying your life as you should. And you're burning bridges, baby, because you're moving on. You have no distractions. You have peace in your life, collective. You have peace. And with that peace, honey, that is priceless. And they're thinking, live and learn. There were mistakes that were made. But now what they need to realize is how could they move on from that and know where they stand with you. Really. Where do they stand, Spirit? Where do they stand with the collective? Where do they stand with the collective? Spirit, where do they stand with the collective? All right. You want peace, and they really want peace. They want to get back into your good graces. They don't want any drama. They don't want side eyes. They just want peace. All right. They notice that the energy shifted and they don't want to be in that war zone anymore with you. And there's a boiling point because they know the pressure's on. They know that They made a mistake, and unfortunately, they're paying for it. So this situation is only one spark away from a full-blown combustion. This person that's in your energy, they try to escape. All right. So whether it's alcohol or something else, they find an escape because they don't want to be where they're at right now. Tell me more, Spirit. So they want to escape because they want to run to you and they want peace with you because nothing's the same, but they've noticed a shift in you. And they're watching your status. They're watching your glow up. You're thriving without them. You're no longer chasing. And they're wondering why you don't feel empty. Well, that's because you've healed. You're moving on and you have found peace within yourself. And you're standing on business, baby. And you are receiving all the good karma because something done in good faith is coming back multiplied. And your energy is never going to disappear. It circulates. So everybody that's in your circle and around you is getting good karma as well. They put you in a situationship. That's right. Not a friendship, a situationship because they had somebody else. But don't let that fool you into thinking that it was drama free. It brought a lot of drama and it broke your heart, collective. I know it broke your heart and I am sorry. I am sorry, but you are in a much better place now. This person had a hidden agenda. All right. Not everyone's motives are obvious. Okay. This connection comes with fine print and a hidden clause. What were they hiding? Yeah, the karmic. That's what they were hiding. And their motives? Oh, honey, it's simple. They wanted to have their cake and eat it too. Yeah. Well, don't think so. This brought toxic ties. All right. This is just so wrong. This isn't a victim villain story. It's a messy entanglement, okay, where both sides are contributing to the destruction. Listen, you might not have known about this third party karmic, okay, but this is toxic for you. And the sad thing is, you're in love with them. So I know that it destroyed you. It did. Anything else for the collective, Spirit? Anything else from this deck? Anything else from this deck, Spirit? All right. There are receipts. Okay. There's screenshots and things that were saved, that this person saved, text messages, emails, and the evidence is airtight and ready to blow things up. So your person is really holding on and really, really, really being careful because they don't want to be found out. The karmic suspects, and they're very suspicious, but they don't have any proof. And they're doing everything possible to avoid a blow up because they don't have you and they don't want to stay without anybody. That's the thing. How pathetic. Invite only. The real action isn't happening in public. Behind the scenes, the inner circles already have been chosen. Listen, collective, they want to reach out to you, and there's divine timing and everything. And we'll see what the outcome is. You just have to trust the process and really think, is this the person that you want to be with? If they do reach out to you, all right, and it is divine timing, do you want them back? Do you want them back? Are they worth it? Okay. What are they bringing to the table? Are they done with this karmic? Have they learned their lesson? Because the last thing that you want is somebody that's unhealed, collective, because they're going to bring all these toxic ties with them. And you remember, you are drama free. You are drama free. So you don't need this toxic environment. Spirit, tell me how this person feels toward the collective. What are they feeling right now? Ooh. Well, you're feeling serene right now. You're at peace. All right, you found inner peace, and that helped you to move on from this toxic triangle. All right, you have found your center. You are grounded, and most importantly, you're aligned. Congratulations, because I know it was. I know that it was tough, but you know what? Your confidence is shining through, and everybody can see it, and you're vibrant and you're magnificent. And you know what? You're owning your shit. So again, congratulations. People around you are jealous, including your person. They desire what you have. They desire your serenity because they're not at peace. They're in chaos right now. So they're jealous of your energy, of your serenity, of your peace because they do not have it. They don't have it. Tell me more, Spirit. How does this person feel toward the collective? What feelings are they experiencing right now? What feelings are they experiencing right now? They're skeptical. All right. They're questioning everything. They're at a critical point in their life where they cannot stay at a stalemate. And if they really want to come toward you, then they need to make a decision and they need to come correct. They anticipate speaking with you, a response from you, seeing you. They anticipate the day when they can talk to you if you're in no contact. But the guilt is huge. They are carrying this guilt like a badge of honor for real. They're in heavy regret. They're in guilt for what they put you through. They know that there are unresolved issues between you. And they made a mess of things. And they seek your forgiveness. They're repressing their emotions. All right. Repression is a state of hiding emotions. And they do not want to show you the love that they feel for you. So they're repressing it. They think that that's going to save them. But when it appears, they're not going to have a choice. They cannot be in denial anymore. They're going to have to face it head on. They're going to have to express it because if not, they're going to blow up. But right now, they're repressing it and they're praying for a miracle. They're praying for a miracle that they could transform into the man or woman, flip and switch the roles that you deserve and that will be worthy of your love. So they're praying for a miracle, collective. Anything else, Spirit? Any other emotions that the collective needs to know? Okay, we're done. Let's get some messages. All right, let's get some messages for you from Spirit to close it out. Okay, Spirit, what guidance do you have for the collective? What guidance do you have for the collective? It is time to stop letting worry rule your life, collective. Instead, get excited about your future and all it will bring. What energy and emotion you put out comes back to you with a little conscious effort on your part. That happy ending can and will be yours. Believe that. Believe that. Tell me more, Spirit. Any more messages? Guidance for the collective? Guidance for the collective? Okay. When a door doesn't open, don't waste your time trying to make it open. It's closed for a reason, collective. You're being redirected to something far bigger, and better endings are part of the cycle of life. They make way for wonderful new beginnings and opportunities. All right, collective. So if the door is closed, don't keep knocking, okay? When there are questions you need assistance with, go inward. Sit with yourself. Meditate on the question. Ask for help also when you need it. Then trust your intuition, as most often the answer and guidance will be delivered to you intuitively. We are with you always. Yes, thank you, Spirit. You are doing your best, and that's enough. Any difficulties you face will not last forever. Release the thoughts and feelings that don't feel good. Focus all of your energy on love, happiness, and your hopes and dreams. Collective, let it go. It's time to release it. Okay, you're doing your best, and the best is good enough. Never allow yourself to be taken for granted. Amen to that. It is better to remove yourself from the situation than to be treated less than you deserve. You are precious. You are worthy. Repeat that, collective. You are precious. You are worthy. You need to ignore what everyone else is doing and achieving. Your life is about breaking your own limits and outgrowing yourself to live your best life. You are not in competition with anyone else. Okay? Plan to outdo your past, not other people. You're not competing with anybody else. You're competing with yourself. You need to be better than yesterday. And tomorrow, you need to be better than today. Put it out there, collective. Count all of your blessings, even the small ones. Show gratitude and appreciation for all that you have in your life and all that has yet to come into it. Your best days are still ahead of you. Isn't that a wonderful thought? That's right, collective. Maybe you should start journaling and start manifesting. And on this beautiful note, I end my read, Soul Tribe. And I hope that this message gave you some clarity. Click like, subscribe, share. My information's in the bio. If you want a one-on-one, hit me up. Drop me a line. And until next time, keep it real. Caravana ta sere sere.